couple of juveniles trying car door handles in Asham Street this morning, so Steve, Polly, keep your eyes open. Robbery squad are our patch today, Obbo in Elverton Road. They don't want uniform putting the blaggers off. So, Reg, if you think you nip into the hyperstore for your herbal tea bags...
No danger of that, Sarge. Monday's your shopping day, isn't it, Reg?
There's nothing wrong with rosehip tea.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Sarge, it's for you, Mr. Carter.
OK. All right, that's it. Let's have a good one. Right. Yeah, hello. Boyden.
So, we don't have a time then, sir?
Up until the supermarket closes is all they've given us.
Oh. And who are they expecting?
They didn't say. Have you got a card, Donna?
Yeah, right here, Gus.
Thanks. Something I should know about Matthew?
Yeah, there's obviously something heavy going down.
Like the robbery squad over there, is it?
Yeah, back up for the Elberton Road Obbo. It's got to be. Yeah, I'll tell you something else. It's my guess there's going to be some serious trouble and all.
Well, why'd you say that, Reg?
Well, they're parked in Brownlow's place, aren't they?
So, what is it?
Dodgy phone call, sir. I think somebody's trying to set me up.
Set you up for what?
I don't know, sir.
I think you'll agree there are grounds for concern, sir.
I'm listening.
The caller implied he was close to Carl Pointer. Obviously, he gave us a false name. Wouldn't give us a real one.
That's Carl Pointer of Pointer Security Limited.
That's right, sir. We've suspected he's been running a protection racket through the security firm for some time now.
He was offering us contact names, pick-up times, photocopies of accounts.
So, a tempting offer is what you're saying.
If such evidence existed, it'd certainly be useful to us.
Go on.
He also told me not to mention it to anyone. He said there are at least 2 bank coppers at Sunhill on Pointer's payroll. Said word would get back to him.
So you'd be alone when you picked up the package?
I think that was the idea, sir.
Where is the pickup?
Car park, not many people about.
Welcoming committee?
Possibly. Or the contents of the package could be incriminating to me personally.
Who's after you?
I don't know, sir. No one around as far as I can see.
We're in position, so when you're ready.
OK, I'm going for it now. Stand by. It's cash, about 200. And suddenly I've got company. I think I'm going to need you to talk me out of this one, sir.
Detective Superintendent Garrett D.S. Baker complains. Get out of the car.
This is not how it seems.
Sergeant Boyden, will you get out of the car?
My governor will explain.
I'm sure he will. Now get out of the car, please.
We thought you lot would turn up.
Out now.
Inspector Monroe, Sunhill, what's happening here?
Sorry to disappoint you, sir.
Well, I don't see the problem for the... You acted quite properly. I mean, Matthew can't be held responsible if somebody with a grudge against him tries to drop him in it. What was he doing? Trying to get his leg over or something?
Well, knowing Matthew Boyden has to be more than a vague possibility, sir.
Well, we've all been guilty of that sometime or other. Yes, come in.
Detective Superintendent Garrett, sir.
Oh, hello, Martin, isn't it?
Sir?
You know Philip Cato? Do take a seat, please.
Thank you.
Andrew, you've explained the circumstances in the background.
Yes, sir.
I need to clarify the situation as to who was aware of what was going on and at what stage.
Yes, I understand. Philip, perhaps you'd like to go through it.
Yes, it's very straightforward. Having heard details of the anonymous phone call received by Matthew Boyden, I decided there was a possibility someone was trying to set him up. But there was also the chance that the offer of information was genuine, and it was certainly information that would be useful to us. Mr. Brownlow wasn't available at the time, so I took the decision that Matthew should make the pickup, as the caller requested, but with backup, in case of other eventualities.
And in your view, someone was trying to fit up Matthew Boyden?
Obviously.
Got anybody in mind? Matthew Boyden come up with any names?
Not as far as I know.
That's interesting. You'd have thought if somebody's trying to cause you grief that badly, you'd at least been aware of their existence. Anybody else in the room when you had the phone call?
What are you suggesting, sir?
I'm just trying to establish the facts.
Can I ask who supplied your information?
One has to ask whether an informant who deliberately tries to implicate an innocent police officer is worthy of protecting.
It was an anonymous tip-off.
Are you telling me you're investigating one of my sergeants on the basis of an anonymous informant?
The detail of the information suggested it should be taken seriously, sir.
But you're not going to tell us what that information was or who gave it to you?
As I say, it was an anonymous informant.
Is there any point in continuing this conversation, sir?
Martin, you don't seem convinced that Matthew was being set up. So what are you suggesting? That other officers in this station are implicated?
I'm not suggesting any of the sort, sir.
So what are you suggesting?
We've been aware for some time that a certain security firm has got a policeman on its payroll.
Pointer security?
Now, why should you say that?
I think that's a yes. It was incriminating evidence against Pointer Security that Matthew was told would be in the envelope at the car park.
When we got the tip-off naming Boyden, we decided to act on it because the caller had information that was clearly from a police source.
But we've already explained Matthew's been open and above board about this matter from the very beginning.
When you have a police officer that's on the take, that knows we're onto him and watching his regular pickup point, what better way to divert suspicion than to come up with a story like the one that Sgt Boyden did?
Oh, please.
Anything that looks compromising can be explained as part of a frame-up. But it's all pure speculation, as I'm sure you'd be the first to point out. And as there's no concrete evidence, then the case against Matthew Boyden is obviously closed. However, we will continue with our efforts to uncover the police officers on Pointer's payroll, as we feel sure this officer still exists.
Well, thank you, Martin. You've made things a little clearer. Thanks for your candor.
That's all I need, sir. Thank you.
What is going on? Jack, could you come to my office, please? Right away. Well?
With respect, sir, I don't think that changed anything.
Boyden may cut the odd corner, sir, but he's not bent.
I need something more than one of your hunches, Andrew. Was anybody there when this phone call was received?
Only the entire team, sir. I saw him myself just after he put the phone down.
Of course, we don't know what was said, do we? Come in.
Problem, sir?
Yes. It seems a complaint saying that Boyden might be on Carl Pointer's payroll. Now, they've no evidence, as far as I can see. Just anonymous tip-offs and rumours.
I don't understand, sir. I thought all that was sorted.
They're not convinced.
Now, look, if he's clean, I want it established beyond doubt. If he's bent, I want him out.
He's not bent, sir.
Look, Jack, ask around, will you? See if any recent investigation into Carl Pointer's gone bottom up under suspicious circumstances. Anything that smells, I want to know about it, but this is strictly off the record. Tread delicately.
Understood, sir.
Try and get some names from Boyden of anybody who might have a grudge against him. I wouldn't have thought that would be too difficult.
I'll talk to him, sir.
And keep Jack up to speed on what you find out.
Sir?
Can I have a word, sir?
Yes, of course.
The robbery squad are on the supermarket in Elverton Road. Now, Don Callahan, the DS, tells me Carl Pointer's bankrolling the job. That's who they're investigating. Well, it's just a thought, sir, but if the job doesn't come off, it's going to look a bit iffy, isn't it? Especially in the light of what we've just been talking about.
So, have you had any ideas yet about who might be trying to fit you up?
Afraid not, sir. Can't think of anyone.
Not an enemy in the world? Or is it more of a needle in a needle factory scenario? Complaints were given information that you're on Pointer's payroll.
What, specifically me?
Specifically you. They're suggesting you realised they were onto you, you knew the pickup point was being watched, and you came up with a story about someone trying to fit you up to deflect suspicion.
Well, it's rubbish.
So tell me, who wants to destroy you this badly? You must have some idea. Matthew, don't try and sort this on your own. You could be digging a big hole for yourself. I mean it.
We've been unlucky once or twice with Pointer, but nothing you start asking serious questions about.
Nothing about having a copper on his payroll.
No, nothing you take seriously.
Could you ask around?
Well, from what I understand, our informant's pretty jumpy as it is. You'd probably clam up altogether if you thought there was a bent copper in there. So, what's this about, anyway? It's to do with complaints being here earlier.
Oh, you saw that, did you?
Couldn't miss it. Was that Matthew Boyden they were talking to then? Was him, wasn't it? Been making a bit on the side, has he? Paying off his gambling debts.
You know Matthew, do you?
He's given me a few duff tips in his time, yeah, when I was at Barton Street.
Well, it's just a misunderstanding, you know, somebody feeding complaints, spurious information. Troublemaker.
That's why you're asking all these questions, is it?
Matthew.
Can I come in?
What do you think you're doing, coming here?
I tried to phone the answer machine was on.
You never, ever come here.
Well, I wouldn't have done unless it was important. Look, Anne, somebody's trying to fit me up, making out I'm taking backhanders. I've got complaints onto me.
Well, all right. I understand you want to talk about it, but couldn't it wait? I mean, what if someone's seen you?
I think it's that husband of yours that's doing it.
Don?
Does he know about us?
What are you talking about? Of course he doesn't. Has he said something?
No, I haven't seen him, hardly spoken to him. You sure he doesn't know?
I think he might have mentioned it.
Well, maybe he knows and isn't letting on.
You're not going to say anything to him?
I thought you were telling him anyway. Wasn't that the plan? Wasn't that the idea?
Coppers.
Would it be that bad if he found out?
Don't even think about it.
You've changed your tune.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking, I think it's a good idea if we stop seeing each other for a while. I'm serious.
No, you're not.
Promise me you won't say anything to him. Promise me, Matthew.
All right.
And no one else either. I know what that Nick's like for gossip.
Listen, Anne, they're asking me who I think it is, who may have a grudge against me. If I don't come up with a name soon, it's going to make me look seriously iffy.
That's your problem, but I'm telling you now, if Don finds out about us, we're finished. And I don't think you want that.
Well, of course I don't, but my job's on the line. It's my future we're talking about. I thought that was supposed to mean your future too.
You're getting just a little bit ahead of yourself now, Matthew. It's very simple. If you want to carry on seeing me, you play by my rules, or we don't play at all. Now, I think you better leave, don't you?
Has Matthew Boyden come up with any names yet?
Not as yet, sir, no.
Look, I know there's probably nothing in this, but I've heard a whisper that he's been overdoing it on the horses. Do you know anything about that?
No, sir.
Well, there's probably nothing in it. The bookies he uses, it's the one on Gatley Street, isn't it?
I wouldn't know, sir. You'd have to ask him. Excuse me.
Well, Andrew, when Matthew comes in, can you tell him to pop into my office?
I wouldn't push it, sir.
No?
Where did this information about supposed gambling problems come from, sir?
How's it going, Don?
Bit quiet.
Nothing happening?
No, not yet.
Well, don't let your tea get cold, eh?
Well, Matthew.
Sir?
Come in. Mr. Meadows asked if you'd drop into his office.
Right. Is that all, sir?
No, it's not. It seems someone's been putting it about that you've got a gambling problem with the horses. I thought you'd want to know. Forewarned is forearmed.
I don't believe this.
I would guess the implication is that you might have financial problems, which could be seen as a motivation. I don't think I have to spell it out for you.
This is ridiculous. I have the odd flutter like anybody else, but that's it.
I am aware of that, Matthew. Do you think I'd have mentioned it if I wasn't? Look, I don't know what your reasons are for keeping whatever it is you're keeping to yourself, but it seems to me someone out there is serious about taking a pop at you. Now, if you decide you do want to discuss it...
All right. Thank you, sir.
Concussion and a couple of broken legs. He's known to us, Kathy. Terry Moss works for a security firm we all know.
We're talking about the security firm run by one Carl Pointer. Who's been a naughty boy, then?
Yeah?
You want to see me, sir?
Yeah, Matthew, come in. Any luck
Sorry, sir?
in establishing who it is that's trying to fit you up?
No, sir. Afraid not.
Sit down. Now, I don't know what Mr. Monroe's been telling you, but Mr. Brownlow's taken this very seriously. and he's asked me to try and find out who's behind it, unofficially. You see, basically, if somebody's trying to fit a Scannell officer up, we want to know who it is.
Right.
Particularly in light of this supermarket job not going off. The robbery squad, Arbor.
I know what you're talking about, sir, but what's it got to do with anything?
Carl Pointer was bankrolling it. It looks like it's been postponed.
So someone tipped him off?
Don't get touchy, Matthew.
You'll be asking me about my gambling habit next.
All right, I'll put my cards on the table. I've been talking to the manager of the Gatley Street bookmakers, and he tells me you're spending up to £200 a month there.
I'm not saying another word.
Well, is there any reason they'd want to compromise you?
It's unbelievable.
Well, Kathy's got a message for you.
We're supposed to have a gambling problem now. Where do they get this stuff?
DCI.
Brownlow's asked him to sniff around unofficially. It's not a problem. They've got nothing. Carl Pointer's got something to do with this. His name's always there.
Oh, have you heard about Terry Moss?
Pointer security?
2 broken legs and a fractured skull.
When?
Just happened.
Has Pointer got any connection with the bookies on Gatley Street?
Couldn't tell you, mate.
That bookmakers you were talking about?
I was just going to check that.
Pointer security certainly get around, don't they?
I'll get back to you on that.
Kath? Message. Kath, have a word.
She said you'd know who it was.
Yeah, I know who it is. How did she sound when she left the message?
What do you mean?
Well, was she anxious?
I don't think so. She said it was important, but she sounded okay. Said she wanted to meet you, usual place, usual time.
Sir, you've got a moment.
You heard about Terry Moss?
Yes, sir.
How do you see his hospitalisation in the context of recent events?
I think he was a snout, sir, and Pointer found out. Probably through his police source. And also tipped him off about the yobber at the supermarket. That'd be my guess.
What did you want to see me about, Matthew?
I think Pointer and the bank cop are trying to fit me up, sir.
Explain.
They know complaints are onto them. They think by giving me as the copper on the payroll, complaints will stop looking for the real one.
Any ideas who that might be?
The manager of the Gatley Street bookies told the DCI I was doing 200 a month, which is rubbish. I've just found out that that particular bookies is a client of Pointer Security.
You're saying Pointer persuaded them to come up with a story?
What easy way to make it look like I have financial trouble? Don't need any evidence. Sir, I need to know who put the gambling idea into Mr. Meadows' head. I was wondering whether you'd ask him.
I already know who it is.
Going to tell me?
What are you going to do with the information if I do? Can you explain to me why he picked you out of the entire Met to have a go at? It wouldn't have anything to do with a woman, would it?
Possibly.
Excuse me if I don't appear startled.
As it happens, she just left a message.
And she's married to another police officer.
I think he's the one who's trying to fit me up.
He knows about the affair?
Well, that's the problem, I don't know. She doesn't think so. But she doesn't want to risk him finding out if he hasn't already.
Which is why you couldn't talk about it earlier. That must have been an unpleasant position to be in.
I'm not so sure he doesn't know. Spoke to him earlier, he was very edgy.
We're talking about Donald Callahan and wife, are we?
She wants me to meet her later after work. But it's just occurred to me that she wasn't the one that left the message. I might be being paranoid, but she wouldn't normally phone me here. If he does know about the affair, he might know where we meet as well. And after what happened today, he know I won't want to put myself in a vulnerable situation for anybody. Except her.
Have you tried phoning her?
The answer machine's on. Sir, I need to know if it was her that left the message.
Lights are on.
His car?
Can't see it. No, we'll be all right.
What if he does come to the door?
He won't. Robbery squad officer home at this time of night.
You've got a point.
No, she'll answer the door. I'll ask her if she knows about the message. If she doesn't know what I'm talking about, we'll know it's Callahan. If she did leave the message, get a mouthful for turning up at the house again. Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Hello again.
What do you want?
Well, aren't you going to ask me in?
I said, what do you want?
All right. You've been putting about I've got a gambling problem. Debts. What's the idea?
Piss off.
Hey!
He answered the door.
I saw.
She must have gone to meet me after all.
Someone was up at the window.
You sure?
When you rang the bell, someone had a look out.
Which window?
Up there, the right-hand one.
That must have been her. Couldn't have been anybody else.
He's off.
What's he up to? What's going on? Where is she? What's he done to you?
I thought he was going to kill me.
All right, darling, come on, sit down.
He knew all the time. He's known for weeks.
This is Inspector Munro.
Where's he gone, love? Your husband?
Phone box round the corner. He thinks our one's tapped. He's gone crazy.
I think the arm's broken. We're going to need a hospital.
I think it'd be a good idea to get out of here anyway, don't you?
I've never seen him like that before. He just flipped.
All right, we'll try not to think about it.
OK, you come on outside.
Yeah, get out of here, you bent bastard!
That's enough!
You're welcome to her.
Get out!
I'll use the car. I think you better call an ambulance.
It's all right, love. Don't worry. He's gone now. I'll look after you.
You what?
I mean it. I'll look after you.
Oh, no. I've had enough, thanks. Suddenly everything's crystal clear.
How do you mean?
You want me to spell it out for you? I've just got one policeman out alive. The last thing I need's another one back in it. You gonna call that ambulance or what?